everybody, and welcome back in the Bell Center from downtown Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Round 1, Game 2 in the best of 3. If the Habs lose this one, they are sent home. If they win, a Game 3 is forced back in Scotiabank Arena. Draw 1 controlled by the Habs early here. Hoffman brings it up the left wing side. Wall gets the start again. It's Samsonov in net tonight. Here's Nylander ahead and knocked out to center. Caden Gooley on it for Montreal. To the middle of the ice, he'll bring it back. Red Wings beat the Rangers 6-2 in the first game, so they are on a hot roll right now. And then, of course, the Boston Bruins beat the Hawks 3-2 in overtime in Chicago in the first game there. Here's Austin Matthews. He'll fire it down into the Montreal zone, ring it around. Marner missing that, and it comes back out again. Canadiens at center. Caulfield ahead. Suzuki moving in. Drop pass. Shot saved, and Samsonov getting across on the rebound. Here's Matthews. 5 already gone here in the first period. Marner getting back. Brody stepping in. Here's Caulfield to the net. Save made. Samsonov, a big one. Tavares gave it away. Hoffman to Suzuki in the corner. Montreal pressing to stay alive here this afternoon. Caulfield again looking for a lane. He has one. Centers for Suzuki. Corner boards being kept to the outside now as Caulfield lost it to the middle. And Tavares gets it out. Already 8 gone here in the first. Here's Tavares in firing. Save made easy by Jake Allen. Marner centers across. That just missed. It broke a stick. Centered back across to the far side. And that's the Leafs with a broken stick, not the Canadiens. It shattered on the shot attempt to the net. In front. Scores! That pass came out in front, and Jonathan Drouin was left alone in no man's land and puts it in to give the Canadiens a 1-0 lead here in Game 2. Just before the halfway mark of the first, Habs have the lead. Pass ahead to O'Reilly. Gets that in deep. Kovacic poked ahead by Tavares. Tavares from behind, looking in front, centered, and that just missed O'Reilly. Tavares back on it, O'Reilly. From behind the goal, kicks it back for Tavares. Tavares to the point. This finds Giordano. He'll go for a spin. Still has it. In shoots off the leg. In front is O'Reilly. Centers Tavares. Knocked off the puck. Drouin. Too much passing by the Maple Leafs. Now they get it back. Bunting moving in. Michael Bunting shoots. That goes wide. Tavares. Corner boards. The Leafs still can't get it to the net. Getting up slowly is Bunting. Harris steps back into the play. It rolls to Jake Allen, and he will hold on with 5:57 to go here in the first. Chances have been there. The Habs have the lead, and here we go. So here's the draw. Leafs win it back. Kerfoot to Hall. Fired. Scores! That one found a way in front. It redirects off the deflection in the slot. And it's Alexander Kerfoot, and the game is tied at 1. Draw 1, controlled by the Habs. They'll bring it in with Harris. Harris to the net. Stopped by Samsonov. Leafs take it the other way with Kerfoot. Kerfoot a step. Here's Noah Chari. To the middle. Centers that back for Yarncroke. It shoots. It goes off a leg. Chari in the corner. Took his man. That's Kirby Doc. Harris. And that was Kerfoot on him. Good pressure as it's flipped ahead for Drouin. Has the only goal for Montreal to this point. Here's a shot. And Samsonov fighting that off. Leafs just tied it, almost gave up the lead. Here's Yarncroke. 2 to go here in the first. Fired in by Yarncroke and ring it around, but Savard is there first for the Canadiens. Hit in the corner, Achari in front. His drop pass, a bad one. It finds Monahan, and the Habs do get it out. Yarncroke across. That's turned over. Drouin again. Jonathan Drouin from the left to the right. Dvorak scores! With just 10 seconds to go in the first, he reps it by Ilya Samsonov and gives the Canadiens a 2-1 lead. That's a huge shot, and it is unstoppable. And here we go. Brought in by the Habs again with Anderson. 4 seconds. Pass in front. Great save. Loose. He got that too. Another chance at the buzzer, and that's kicked away by the right pad. Ilya Samsonov keeping it 2-1 before the end of the period. So that's how it's done. Shot to goal after 1, Canadiens 8 with 2, the Leafs 5 with 1. The hits are 6-1 Canadiens, face-offs 3-2 Montreal. No power plays, 2-1 Montreal after 1. Welcome into the second period here tonight from Bell Center. The Canadiens with a 2-1 edge on the Leafs after 1. Here in the second game in the best-of-3 series. Toronto back controlled by Caden Gooley. Just started the second period. The Leafs trying to get it back after giving up a goal in the final 10 seconds of the first. They were going to come into the second tied at 1. Here's Austin Matthews after it. Matthews to the net! Saved by Allen. He comes across and he'll smother that. Holding on for Montreal. Here we go. Face off to the left side of the net. Here we go. And it's brought ahead by the Habs. And here's a chance stopped by Samsonov. So here's the face-off, left side of the net. Canadiens a 2-1 lead on the Leafs. Samsonov a good save there. Right before the end of the period, made some more good saves. Savard to the corner. That's Hoffman with it. For Suzuki, a shot stopped again by Samsonov. Played ahead for Marner. Here comes Toronto trying to respond. Marner to Nylander. It's cut, but he gets it back. William Nylander back for Riley. He'll drop it off for a shot. Brody, and a save by Allen through the traffic. Here's Hoffman to Caden Gooley. Habs get it out. Suzuki up that left wing side. He has Caulfield through the middle. Breakaway! Saved by Samsonov. In behind the goal. So Caulfield shut down on the break. That's played for Matthews. Scored 2 goals in the first game for Toronto. Ricochets it in behind the Canadian net. Savard. It was Nylander after it. Doc on it and out to center come the Habs. 8 already gone here in the middle frame. Still a 2-1 game. Here's Doc. Can't get it to the net clean. Tavares is on it. Pickpocketed by Mike Hoffman. That's O'Reilly trying to chip it out. Doc in front. And Samsonov again with the answer. It's kept in by Doc. Hoffman with it again. Leafs can't clear. Here's Gooley. Fires and a good save made by Samsonov. Here's Ryan O'Reilly. 9 to go in the period. O'Reilly moving in, winding up, waiting, shooting! And where did it go? Somewhere in the crease where Jake Allen finds it and holds on for Montreal. 8:21 to go here, second. Face off to the right side of the Canadian net. One back. Kerfoot trying to dig it free. Here's Harris on it. Harris at center for Drouin. He finds Monahan with good speed. Picked up by Hall. Hall through the middle. Here's Justin Hall. Trying to get back at Kovacek center. Back to Drouin. He'll move in from the wing. No chance there. Kerfoot. 5.5 to go here, second period. Leafs flip it in. Around it goes for Achari. Achari chasing after that. Makes his way to the net from behind. Lost the puck to Harris. Great play by the Canadiens as they get it out to center right. Here's Doc. He'll just play it in. 10 after it for the Leafs. Still 2-1 from the first. He knocks it up as he's falling down for Achari. Long around. That's Yarncroke after it. Now Harris back for Anderson. McCabe has to get in position. Didn't. Shen. Great block of that. Achari ahead. Here's Kelly. Yarncroke back in front for Achari. His shot. Whistled wide. McCabe to the net. He'll dangle. He'll spin. He'll shoot. Saved by Jake Allen. It's kept in. McCabe in front. Center that. That one chipped wide of the net as well. Seconds running down here in the second period. Austin Matthews battling forward. Anderson just gets it out. And now ahead. Anderson had the only goal for Montreal back in Toronto in game 1. Here's Gallagher. Chari was on it. Let's flip back into the corner, and that'll do it for 2. The Canadiens still a 2-1 lead through 40. Here in game 2, trying to stay alive tonight. Shots to goal in the game are 13-10 Canadiens. 2-1 after 2. They lead. They hit their 9-2 Canadiens. Face off 7-2 Canadiens. No power plays. 2-1 Montreal through 40. Welcome into the third period here tonight in Bell Center. The lowest scoring series so far out of all 3 series played. Toronto with the tightest of games. It's played ahead for Matthews. Just started the third. Winding up. In shoots. And a save made. Jake Allen. No pressure really there. Here's Caulfield. To Savard. Marner pickpocketed but couldn't get it back. Here's Hoffman. Suzuki for Cole Caulfield in front. Great save made. Samsonov on Suzuki. Marner, red line and into the Montreal zone. Around it goes for Nylander, winding up in shoot. Glove save that one. Goalie on it. Here's Caden Goalie across the Savard for Hoffman. Canadians know what's on the line here tonight. Here they come. Caulfield can't get it to the net. What a play by Toronto. Morgan Riley gets by that. He has Matthews with him. Riley shoots. It's blocked. Great play by the Canadians. And that was a great rush by Toronto to bring it up on that 2-on-1, and a great cut by the Canadians. Brought in here, Caulfield. It's been a very defensive game once again between these two. Back-to-back games, it's been that way. Here's Caden Goalie. Almost 7 gone here in the third already. Caulfield gets it ahead. Drop pass, that one in front. And Riley takes it away. Brody for Morgan Riley. It chipped ahead for Bunting. Michael Bunting in shoot. Walker down by Allen. No much there. Here's Bunting in front. Center that. Walkered away by Jake Allen. Tavares back. Here's Caulfield out to center. Poked ahead. Back for Tavares. Tavares moving in to the net. Can't get it on the forehand. That's strong. Here's Kovacek. Back on it for the Habs. Under 10 to play. Kovacek up for Jonathan Drouin. And the first goal of the game for Montreal. Leafs would tie it. And now 2-1. With 10 seconds to go in the period, Montreal had taken the lead, and that has stood all the way here to the third, up to now. 8:32 to go. Canadians lead 2-1 here in Game 2. Holding on, trying to force a Game 3 back in Toronto. Draw one by Kerfoot. Centering pass for Achari. Goes for a spin in front. Now it's brought out. So here's Drouin. Back to it again. He enters the zone. Moving in from the left wing in front. A save by Samsonov. Hall for Achari. Here's Toronto. Red line and into the Montreal zone. This finds Kelly Yarncroke to the net. And Jake Allen scooping that on the forehand move by Yarncroke. Down to 5:48. 2-1 Canadians lead from Montreal. Face off 7-4 Canadians in the game. I hope you're all enjoying. Another tight one between these two rivals. Draw one, a shot. That one blocked through the traffic and missed. Nylander on a hop. Kovacek poked in for Matthews. Matthews has it from behind. Goes for a spin. Now shoots and it's stopped. Jake Allen again. Marner gets in there. Marner centers. That goes up a skate. Back in front again. And Jake Allen down has the answer on the Nylander try. 3:53 left. Still 2-1 Canadians holding on late. Toronto got their empty net goal to make it 3-1 in their game. That came in the final minute. Still time to press here for the Leafs. Harris has it here in his own zone. He has Kovacek on the feed. Matthews chases after him. Ahead for Christian Dvorak. Anderson. He'll bring it in. Step to the net. That shot fanned on but made its way to Samsonov and he made the save. Matthews for Marner. Toronto gets it out. We're down to the final minute and a half. Fired in by the Leafs. In and around. Nylander to the net. Save made. Loose it came. He fired that. And that was handled as it's knocked out to center for Dvorak. Leafs put goodbye as Justin Hall. Harris on it. Hall on him. Tavares stepping in. Hall to the front. Looking for Nylander on that pass. It missed him and it comes out. Down to 40 seconds. Leafs back in the Montreal zone. Here's Harris on it. These teams playing back-to-back nights, both of them. Toronto took last night 3-1. Habs have this one so far 2-1. Down to 30 seconds. Gallagher stopped by Samsonov. A hot shot there. Nylander for Tavares. Back for Bunting. Bunting has Tavares. Back to him. He centers the shot. Scores! What a shot! It's John Tavares, and it comes in the final minute to tie the game at 2. With just 20 seconds left, Bunting to Tavares, 2-2. Oh, the playoffs always come stressful, don't they? But entertaining as well. Here's Savard the goalie. And this finds Hoffman, and the Canadians try to respond. Here's a chance! Samsonov the save! Riley for Achari. Leafs turn that over again. Habs move in. Hoffman back. Caulfield shoots. Samsonov again. Here's Brody. He'll pick up and clear the center, and we're going to overtime. 2-2 tonight for Bell Center. Leafs tie it in the final minute. John Tavares set up by Michael Bunting on a great feed in the slot. Shots a goal in the hockey game are 22-19 Toronto. Hits are 14-6 Canadiens. Faceoffs 9-5 Montreal. No power plays. 2-2. We go to overtime here in game 2. And the best of 3. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Bell Center. The Canadiens and Leafs. If the Leafs win, the Canadiens go home. If the Canadiens win a game 3 back in Toronto. Here's Matthews. Just started overtime. Moving in. Shoots. Kick save Allen. Big one there, just started the overtime period. Leafs get it back. Marner in the slot! What a save, Allen! Back again, that's Matthews digging for it. Caden Gooley's on it. And now Matthews getting his stick in the way. Good pressure by the Leafs. Habs get it ahead. That's Cole Caulfield. Hooked out, but it stays in. Now it's knocked out again. TJ Brodie will race after it. Brodie trying to poke it by Savard. Canadiens get it back. Caulfield for Suzuki to win it. Drop past the Caulfield. Gooley a shot right on. Stopped by Samsonov. Back in front from the corner. Hoffman left. He'll spin and shoot. Save again. Loose in front. Leafs get it and get it out to center. Nylander into the Montreal zone. Around it goes. There's Marner to it. Marner to the net. It found him. He shoots off the outside of the net. Has it again. Marner spins. Looks to center that in tight quarters. Canadiens with some good defense. Savard taken. Leafs for 5-0 in extra time in the regular New Age season. First time in overtime here in the playoffs. And here's a giveaway. Tavares moves in. Tavares to win it. And Allen didn't have to do much. Caden Gooley ahead. Here come the Canadiens with it with Hoffman. Knocks it down into the Toronto zone almost halfway through first overtime. O'Reilly to Tavares. Tavares with speed. Gave that away. Drouin. What a play on that steal. Doc. Monahan. Save. Loose. They can't put it in. That was Kirby Doc with the try. And Samsonov got across to the right post. Here's a pass to Bunting. His shot blocked. Harris to Monahan. Here come the Canadiens the other way with Doc. Taken hard. Leafs back on in here. They look back ahead. The pass for Tavares. That's turned over. Now knocked by Kovacic and out. Tavares after it. Here's John Tavares for the puck. Drop pass it, escape, Leafs with Hall. Back to the point here, Dano! He fired it high. Tavares kicking it back. That's Kovacic getting in there and getting it free. Canadiens ahead, Drouin. Wing taken down. Achari back in. 5.5 to go here in overtime. The Leafs and the Canadiens. 2-2 from Bell Center. Drouin, that's poked by him. Shen gets it ahead for Kerfoot. He has help. Corner to win. Yarkrook in front. Chips it by. And Achari tried to center that for Kerfoot. Big hit. Achari back. Shen drops it. He'll go all the way back down the Leaf ice. To it for Toronto is McCabe. Jake McCabe up for Yarkrook. Into the Montreal zone. Around for Kerfoot to win it. Shoots. Save made. And Yarkrook couldn't knock down the rebound. Gallagher in there. Yarkrook digs for it. Comes in free. That's Harris taken by Kerfoot. Another big collision. Harris getting in there. Achari. Here's Kirby Doc. In his own zone ahead for Kovacic. Under 2 to go here in overtime. Gallagher to win it. That's off a stick and back the other way. Nylander will chase after it. In all alone in overtime. Spins and shoots. And Allen made the save. Down to 1.5 minutes to go here in first overtime. Leafs beat the Canadiens in overtime 5-4 in the regular season. So here's the draw. Canadiens beat the Leafs 3-1 in Toronto. Leafs won 3-1 last night and tied at 2 tonight here in overtime. Anderson spins with it ahead to Wideman. This has been the tightest series of the 3 that have been played so far. Nylander. That means that the Leafs are going to have a round robin most likely as the shot made by Samsonov. Brodie ahead. Mitch Marner with it. Red line. He'll fire it in. It goes all the way around and that finds Nylander. Nylander in front centers and that one just missed. Brodie back. To the point for Riley. He steps in, plays it for Marner, coming in, centers for Matthews. Too much passing by the Leafs. Now Brodie a shot. Not much on that. It goes to the corner. Wideman back on it for Dvorak. Final minute of overtime. Canadiens bring it ahead. There's Marner. Off the boards. He'll chip it further. Now Wideman's on it. Brodie gets it by him. TJ Brodie on Wideman. Good spin in the zone. Now gets it up for Gallagher. Morgan Riley at center. Gallagher got by. Caulfield to win it. He lost the puck. Poked ahead by Lafferty. Lafferty lost it to Chari. There's Brodie. Caulfield on the steal. Middle of the ice. He'll move in. Trying to win it. Now Reese gave it away. Middle of the ice. Wideman back on it. From the left wing. Looks to center that. He did. But the Leafs got a stick in the way. Down to 20 seconds to go in overtime. Camp will just chip it into the Montreal corner. Lafferty's after it. Jacky. Edford. Hoffman. Gave that away. Tavares back for Lafferty. Lafferty ahead for Zach Asheris. 8 seconds going overtime. Here's Sam Lafferty to the net. A backhand scooped by Jake Allen with just under 4 seconds to go here in the first overtime. Are the Canadiens and Leafs. So here we go. Draw one. It's picked up by the Habs, and they'll get it out, and we're going to second overtime. Shots to goal in the game are 31 for Toronto, 23 for the Canadiens. To hit their 17-12 Leafs. Faceoffs 11-6 Montreal. No power plays. 2-2. We go to second overtime. Welcome into the second overtime here tonight from Bell Center. Canadiens trying to force a game 3. Second overtime needed to try to attempt that. Here's goalie. Just started second overtime. Caulfield lost it to Brody. Toronto bringing it ahead. Hit there, but Marner has it. Back for Matthews. The win it shoots and a glove save made. Jake Allen. Skating goalie. To Caulfield, kept in by Brody. Brody steps in. He shoots. Scores! Off the crossbar it is! And the Leafs advance. What a weird bounce. Yeah, what a shot by Brody. This one rings off the top iron, off the side iron, and just over the line to win it. And the Canadiens are out. Handshakes at center. The Canadiens go home in a game that they had the lead and blew it in the third and the final minute, which forced overtime. It came all the way to a second overtime, so an extra full period played. And early here in second overtime, TJ Brody finds the game winner. Toronto will have a round robin. We don't know who yet. We'll get to you about that soon. But winner will go to the finals against most likely the Boston Bruins.